All right, y'all. Chest day, calisthenics on the decline. So what we're gonna do is lower the ground, burpee style, if you want to call it jail prison style. Okay, to maximize your pump, maximize your blood flow. And the last 6 to 8 reps, we're gonna do full range of motion. So we're gonna start with a little warm up, just a little bit of stretch. Let's get to it. We want to make sure we never work out, never start with the body cold. You want to warm up the joints, get them all slick, rolled up. Prevents injury. We want to better ourselves, not worsen. So today's chest day, we're going to start off with push-ups on the decline. You do whatever you can. If you got to do them on your knees, do them on your knees. Regular, without a stand like this. Do them without the stand. Or if you could do elite level, do them with the box, do them with the stand. Your legs elevated. I prefer at least balance or level, perpendicular with your shoulders. And the stronger you get, the more decline you can go. So we can work that upper chest. And then from here, we're going to do diamonds. And then a few sets, maybe if I still have the energy for some dips. So I'm looking at 8 to 10 sets. We're going to go hard. We go hard over here. So 8 to 10 sets of push-ups on the decline. Then after that, we'll do maybe 2 to 4 diamond push-ups. Then we'll finish off a couple sets or however many be so doing dips. And in case you didn't know, the dips are the upper body squats. It basically hits everything.
Mama, this is my private shit.
Nice stretching, warm up the joints. Typically, you're able to go longer. You're able to do more resistance training when you warm up properly. You gotta get that warm up in. If you're super cold, do some jumping jacks. Do some leg raises. Other than that, we about to get to it. So remember, on these sets of push-ups, low to the ground, I'm going to try to hit 60 to 80 reps on my first set, low to the ground. Then the last 6 to 10 reps, whatever you can do. If you can do more, do more. It doesn't matter. It's not about competition. It's about cooperation, working together, pushing each other. So low to the ground, first 60 to 80 reps. Then we'll finish up full range of motion, around 6 to 10 reps, whatever you can do. Even 4, that's fine. Even 2. You'll be tired at the end, but this is to maximize blood flow. Let's get it. Elbows tucked in always. Let's go. Now full range of motion. Two more. Okay, keep that butt up. Glutes risen. Get more of a decline. That's the first set. While we wait, typically, I like to jump rope, keeping that blood circulating, keeping that flow, that momentum of energy going. From here, you can also do jumping jacks, leg raises. Just keep that energy flowing. Enjoy the view. That first set is always a killer. The first two sets, I'll get around 40 to 60 reps. Then after that, my main goal, always set a goal, especially doing calisthenics, using your body weight. After my first couple of sets, I'll do maybe 20 to 30 reps each set after that. Do what you can. If you can't do as much, don't worry about it. You'll get there. If you can do more, outdo me. It's not about competition. It's about cooperation, working together. And always give yourself the proper amount of time to rest. Everyone recovers differently. Some recover faster than others. So when it comes to that pump, a good way I know that I'm ready to do the next set is my pump is almost away. You don't want to quite lose the pump, but you don't want it all the way fully in effect when you hit the next set. You want to give it some time to where you feel like the pump's going away, and then you go and you get that pump right away. Remember, it's not just always about feeling the burn, because sometimes you can build muscle endurance to the point where you don't really feel burn in some specific muscle groups. It's about maximizing blood flow and feeling like your muscles have expanded to the point where they can't anymore. That's a true pump. You'll feel it. All right, let's get back on down. Set 2. See, I still kind of got that pump. Those first 2 sets, boy, should kill you. We're about ready to go. Typically, especially in calisthenics, you want to go to a failure to where you can't do another rep or you fail on your very last rep. That's still failure. However you want to consider it. I think that was 30 right there. Full range of motion. For the rest. Two. You have to. You still get your breath, but I like to keep it moving. Jump, jump. Excuse me. Ideally, you want to breathe in the nose, out the nose. That's how athletes, professional athletes breathe. They know to breathe from the stomach. Right now, I got a whole bunch of congestion, runny nose, really. So you see me breathing out my mouth, and I'm talking to you guys. But ideally, when you're not distracted or talking to people, you want to breathe in the nose from the stomach and breathe out the nose. Don't be a so-called mouth breather. Mouth breather. You don't want to do that. Ultimately, you're going to crave water faster. You're going to crave fluids. It dehydrates you faster. So in the nose, out the nose. In the nose, out the nose. From the stomach. Don't breathe from the lungs. Breathe from the stomach. Imagine your belly button when you're breathing from there. When a baby breathes out its mom, from its mom, where is it breathing from? Its stomach, the umbilical cord. Even when a newborn baby, when you see it sleeping, it's breathing from the stomach because they're fresh from the mother's womb. That's how they initially were breathing and how we're meant to breathe, from the stomach. Get that pure oxygen. Set number 3. All right, so from here on out, that last set I think was 30, lower to the ground. Then I think another 6 reps for the range of motion. We're gonna try to hit the same. Not an excuse, but I'm a little bit tired today, so make sure you get your 6 to 8 hours of sleep, preferably 8 to 10 hours, especially if you're training hard. If you got to go to bed earlier, whatever you got to do, make them sacrifice. Set number 3. Now, you don't got to do as many sets as me. It's up to you. Whatever you feel like, again, to the point of failure and to the point where if you feel like you do another set, it just be redundant at that point. You can stop there and move on to the next thing or just finish the workout. And if you can surpass what I do, if you could do 15 sets, do that. But really, it's typically around 8 to 10 sets where you feel like you're good. If you got to do 15 sets of push-ups, you're doing something wrong. Maybe at that point you're so strong you got to wear a weighted vest, or you should be on the decline and not do them directly on the ground. But around 8 to 10 sets per muscle group, or for a specific exercise like this. Let's go. Set 3. We'll try to do 4 full range of motion. We'll see. That's it. Going on 4. Thanks, sis. Shout out to my sis on the chat. And to be able to do the diamonds today alongside with some dips, I might stop at 8 sets. We'll see. We'll see. Whatever you can do, that's what you do. We're going to be live streaming a training exercise, typically calisthenics, every day. Check in, tune in, non-stop. No breaks. Whoa. If I could, I'd be playing some music in the background, some house music, but YouTube likes to copyright strike a lot, so we just gotta deal with it. It is what it is. If you want, you put some music in the background, get this thing moving, get the ball rolling. I try to work out outside, get that fresh breath, fresh breath of air, you don't feel so secluded, so claustrophobic. You feel more free. It's really how it's supposed to be when you're working out, when you're training in the nature, in the wilderness. This is live training. You gotta get your money. Get your money. Them last reps that are full range of motion is supposed to mimic being on the bench, getting that resistance you get on the bench with weights. 12, going on 5. Over here, I'm all about maximizing gains. So, in other words, you keep going till you can't do no more. Be the best you can possibly be, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, in every way, shape, and form. Doing the best you possibly can to the max till you can't no more. At least you know on your deathbed, if you do die, scripture says, some of ye shall not taste death in this last generation. But if it comes down to that point, you know there's nothing else you could have done. You gave it your all. You gave it your best. And that's what life's all about. At least you didn't know. I'm sorry, at least you knew. At least you know you didn't give up on the only thing you could have given up on, which is yourself. That's the only thing you can quit on in your life. Is God, His Son, and yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. So it's about self-love. If you love yourself, you're going to take care of yourself. If you take care of yourself, you're going to take care of your health. And what starts with taking care of your health? Working out and eating right. It's all one great loop. It all comes together. And when you understand that, that's what will bring you on to the next level of life. True understanding, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Isaiah 33:6, for wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. To be stable up here, you got to have that balance, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of everything else around. Without it, you can't really do much in life. Set number 5, again, maybe 20 reps, low to the floor, then a good 4 full range. Let's get it. 5. Set 5, baby. 5, going on 6. Do what you can. If you feel like that's it for you, that's it. Everyone starts somewhere. Later, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I don't even feel like doing jumping. I'm tired now. But again, everybody starts somewhere. Initially, most people, they can't do a single push-up, a correct push-up. Most people, when they start out, including I couldn't do a correct push-up. You got to build the strength to do that. I couldn't do a single pull-up. You got to build the strength to do that. There's levels. But you got to show up. If you ain't showing up, you're giving up on yourself. You got to show up. Show up for yourself at least. If you ain't doing it for anybody else. Set number 6. By now, you should be feeling that pump. That pump should be staying with you. Set to set. Keep it going. You gotta take a longer break, but we shouldn't keep going. What are we on, 7? Going on set 7. We're already 30 minutes in. Maybe a couple more sets. We'll move on to diamonds. I'm gonna do diamonds on the decline. You do what you can. Checking the battery, we're good. I might do, again, you keep doing sets of this until you feel like it's redundant, until you feel like it's not gonna give you much more of any kind of increase of strength or power. So after that, we got diamonds. You can do them super narrow. Remember, when we're doing push-ups, when we're doing chest, don't bring out them elbows. We keep the elbows tucked as much as possible, whether diamond, standard, military, press, wide fly push-ups, it don't matter. When we're doing push-ups specifically, when we're doing even bench press, when you're working the chest, you don't have your elbows out, tucked in as much as possible, tucked in. That relieves stress on your joints, on your shoulders, and it prevents injury on your joints and your shoulders. And I recommend that everyone trains, works out, exercises on an empty stomach. Try to intermittent fast, meaning go as long as possible as you possibly can without causing damage, of course, without straining yourself. Start off little by little, going as long as you possibly can without food and fluids. It's called discipline. You got to teach yourself discipline. It's a power, it's a superpower. Not too many people have it. Not too many people are willing to work on it. But if you work on it, you'll just become that much more powerful. But again, a lot of new trainers now, they're coming out and they're telling you the benefits of intermittent fasting. Big swole dudes, cock diesel, big old dudes, solid muscle dudes. They'll wait till the end of the day or wait till they're super duper hungry. They'll skip breakfast, they'll skip lunch. And what it does for men and women, specifically men, it boosts testosterone. And for women, it balances out your hormones. But men, especially men, it boosts your testosterone. So it's like taking, it is the form of natural HGH, human growth hormone. It's like taking natural steroids, in other words. That's what fasting does. But doing it on the daily, you're not going to maybe see the results in the beginning. You got to do it a couple weeks. Then week 2, week 3, a month in, you're going to notice your energy, your strength, the mass you're putting on, whether it's little by little or a lot. Some people grow faster than others. Nothing you can do about that. That's genetic. That's biology. But the things you can do is deny your flesh. Try not to eat so fast when you wake up out of bed. Give your body a break. You just woke up. Cleanse yourself. Get it out of you. And start working out. It's best to train if you're intermittent fasting in the afternoon or close to your meal. But if your time is only in the morning, you got to do what you got to do to show up. All right, I believe this is set 7 or 8. I already forgot. Doesn't matter if you fail, you still got to try. And if you fail, that lets you know. If you fail in between your rep, it lets you know you maxed out. Eight or 9. Try to do 2 more sets. We'll move on to diamond. Elbows tucked in. And maybe you're set or 2 a dip, and we'll close it out with that. Try not to pass over an hour. This is daily live training. Daily training live. So we're going to try not to keep the training lessons, the training vids, the live streams over an hour. We'll try to stay in that hour range because we all got things we got to do. So it is what it is. That means that we just got to go harder and watch the time. But typically, if I have to, I'll stay out here 2 hours just to get the sets that I already had placed in my mind to do. Whether it's 10, 12. Sometimes you set a goal 10 sets. You reach 10 sets and you feel like you can do a couple more. You can do 4 more, do 4 more, do 5 more, do whatever you can. But maximize your results, maximize your gain, maximize blood flow. That's the main thing, maximizing blood flow. The scriptures talks about how blood flow represents life. Blood is representing life. So the more blood you have, the more life you have. The more blood flow you have, the more life you can live. It all works, coincides together. Probably gonna do 2 more, 2 diamonds, and a set or 2 of dips. When I get more sleep, I'm gonna do more. It's that simple. Resting is very serious too. You can't do all this work on your body and then you don't rest. You're defeating the purpose at that point. Your body's not catching up with the amount of strain, small amounts of tears in your muscle fibers. You're not catching up to rebuilding it. So by the time you get back to your next training, your next chest day, you're not even built back up because you're not resting how you're supposed to. You gotta rest. The only way you can repair is not from being awake, being being out of sleep. You got to be in a deep sleep in order to repair your muscle tissue, your muscle fibers that you're slowly tearing and then building back up, slowly tearing and building back up. Excuse me. Right. This is either set 8 or 9. At this point, typically I lose count. It is what it is. That should it should force you to want to write things down just to challenge yourself a little more. I really don't care. As long as I show up, I'm good to go. Don't make it too complicated on yourself. Don't make it complex. Just do it. Just show up. One more. One more. Straight diamonds. Naturally, when you do diamonds, your elbows are naturally going to want to flare out. Remember to keep it tucked in as close as possible, whatever feels most comfortable, but not farthest away from your body, closest to your body. Tuck. Huggers, I call these the huggers. Loving yourself. Give yourself them hugs. Try to keep the body moving. I understand you're tired at this point. I am. When you go this hard during your sets, when you go to failure, when you max out on your sets, every set, you're already doing enough. You don't really got to do anything in between, but for y'all who are elite, you have elite cardio, great lung power, heart power, you can keep it moving. It's up to you. If you're just beginning, do what you can. And over here, we push creating an alkaline environment within the body and out. So no chemicals. No chemicals should be a part of your diet. So a lot of them fast food joints you love to eat from on the weekly, on the daily, on the monthly, whatever. Even if it's once, twice, or 3 times out the year, it don't matter. You got to cut that out. No chemicals. When you drink water, make sure it's naturally spring source water from the earth, how it's meant to be drinking, not anything else. Try to stay. I know there's situations where you gotta go through things like reverse osmosis water, but even that's not good. The tap water, obviously, that's not good. That's got fluoride. So stick to truly alkalized, naturally alkalized, natural source spring water. That's what you want to intake. And all your food should not have any chemicals. Clean ingredients. Try to stay away from the pork, the shrimp, the crabs, and the lobsters. They carry a lot of diseases. They cause colon cancer, different types of cancers and diseases. They're not good for you. And all those water insects I just mentioned. And pig, that animal, which there's nothing wrong with the pig, but it's wrong to eat it because it naturally carries diseases that it can't process out. And they're bottom feeders, first and foremost. So they eat a lot of feces. They eat things that you wouldn't eat. You wouldn't put in your mouth if you saw it. If you were to see them eat that, you wouldn't eat the same thing. So stay away from those foods. Remember, this is about loving yourself. If you love yourself, you gotta understand love is a verb. That means you gotta take action. If you love yourself, you're gonna take care of yourself. And how do you take care of yourself? You take care of your health. It starts with your working out every day, busting it down every day, and you gotta eat right every day. Your diet, your nutrition. You can't just get nutrition from any old thing. That's what this world will tell you, that it doesn't matter. It does matter. Finish up on this set right here. Still got diamonds. This. Bring it up. Diamond time. Now, typically, the past few months or so, I would just finish with those push-ups. 10 to 15 sets, whatever I could do. I'm good. Really, I'm good right now. I can stop right now and be good for the rest of the day. But we're going to push a little bit today. Some days more than others, you push yourself more. So you don't stay on the same level. You're supposed to be ascending. You're supposed to keep going up, not staying the same, not staying stagnant, continuing to progress. That's what it's all about. And that's creating the discipline to not stop and keep going. No rest days over here. I don't push that. Look at it like this. Your enemies who are trying to bring you down on the daily, they don't take any rest days. They don't take any breaks. Neither should you. First and foremost, not just because of them, but for yourself. But knowing that they're not taking rest days trying to take you down, that should just want to push you harder to not take any rest days, to never take a break. Keep it going every day, no matter what. Even if you got to drag yourself to a workout. There's days where I don't feel like working out. I still drag myself through it. Everybody's got 15 to 25 minutes every day. Every single human on earth has 15 to 25 minutes every day. On top of that, you got no excuses if you got 10 fingers and 10 toes. If you're fully intact physically, there's no excuses. You got people out here, amputated bodies, amputated arms, legs, limbs. They're still doing it every day. We ain't got no excuse. You got 10 fingers, 10 toes, 10 fingers, 10 toes down. You got no excuse. You got to bust it down every day. The most busy, and I just use this as an example because people say, well, oh, my this, my job, my business. That don't matter. The busiest billionaire, trillionaire, millionaire on earth, 15, 16-hour work days. They even got 15 to 25 minutes every day to bust it down every day. Get their training, their workout, and their exercise in every day. You might sit down and think about something for 15 to 25 minutes every day. You might as well replace that with a workout instead of wasting time and thinking about something. I do that from time to time. Might as well bust it down, get your money. The scripture talks about how exercise profited little. But guess what? Profit is still profit, even if it's $1 a day. There's 365 days out the year. That $1 a day will turn into 365. The more you do, the more it'll turn into more profit. Just because something profits little doesn't mean you're not supposed to do it. Just know that the Lord was telling you that you got to keep doing it in order to see big results. You get little gains every day, and those little gains will build up to a big safe, a big account at some point. So you don't stop. Why would you take breaks if you're going to get free money? This is free money every day. Why would you take breaks? You're getting free money. You might as well get it. All right, diamonds. Not too close, not too spread out. Just right. Washing them elbows, keep them elbows tucked. On the decline, obviously these are going to be harder than your average diamonds. Full range of motion. Remember, the whole purpose of doing these push-ups on the decline is like doing the bench press on the incline. You're hitting that upper chest. Simultaneously, the lower pecs are always getting hit. Any kind of push, And most chest exercises you do, dumbbells or not, weights or not, especially body weight, any kind of push-ups you do, you're always going to be working out that lower part of your chest. So since you're always going to work that out, you got to hit that upper chest that you sometimes usually you don't hit with standard push-ups, which is on the decline. You got to work yourself to the decline, but when you get there, you're going to notice the difference in how fast that upper chest, the rest of your chest is starting to level out, balance out, because that's what this life is all about. Proverbs 11:1, for a false balance and abomination to the Lord. You got to have balance in everything. You can't just be strong in one place and then weak in another. You got to build strength and power and speed in everything. That's what life's all about. Balance. People who go out throughout the four corners of the earth and they conquer, they take what's theirs. They got balance in life. They know what balance is. They wouldn't be able to do so. They wouldn't be able to take and conquer righteously if they didn't have balance. It's all about balance. My chest is already beat. I'll probably do one more. Because if I feel like I do, if it feels like if I do two more sets of diamonds, it's just going to defeat the purpose at that point. And I'm not going to really be able to do what it takes or proper form in order to build more. So it just be redundant at that point to do more than another set of diamonds. So after this set of diamonds, we go over to the dip bar, maybe two sets, one set for sure, try at least of dips, and we'll close out today's chest day. We do a 4 split over here, 4-day split. So what's that? Day 1, chest. Day 2, back. Day 3, arms. And on back day, we hit triceps. So we're pulling and pushing on back day. Okay. Then day 3, we finish up arms. We hit biceps. So no chin ups, no facing forward pull ups or palms facing your face. Those chin ups, we're not doing those on back day. We save that for arm day, which is day 3. Arm day, we finish up arms because really we're hitting arms right now too. But you hit triceps on back day, pull-ups, then triceps, then arm day, we're gonna do biceps. Then we got finishing up the rest of the arm, mid delt, starting with the rear delt, then we work our way to the mid delt. You see with these push-ups and pike press push-ups, you're hitting the front delt already. We're already getting a lot of front delt action. And then day 4 is leg day, full heavy leg day. And if we feel like we need a rest day, we're so sore and everything, and we ain't caught up to repairing, day 5, if we have a day 5, a day 5 split is going to be abs. But for the most part, it's always going to be a 4-4 split. Chest, back, arms, legs. That's that. That's more. That was still failure. But guess what? I said 2 more, so he's gonna get 2 more. He's gonna get 2 more. Ain't no stopping. How was that? And in case you wondered, because I was going to explain that, I forgot. I remember now. In case you're wondering why I'm not doing my whole set of push-ups, sorry, my whole set of push-ups, you'll see them. I'm not going all the way full range of motion the entire time, all the reps. Only towards the last few reps. Why? Because when you're doing full range of motion, specifically in push-ups and other calisthenic exercises. Let's let this trolley pass by. When you're doing full range of motion push-ups, for example, you're contracting the chest at the bottom. Then when you're here at the bottom, halfway up, you're hitting chest. Once you go from the halfway point to the very top, fully extended, full range of motion, at that point, you're breaking that chest contraction. And then at that point, you're hitting your arms. I'm targeting, this is chest day, so we're targeting chest. Okay? We're targeting chest. So at the end, you'll see me do a full range of motion, but that's just to build even more power and strength, mimicking what the resistance you would feel on a bench press. Those last few reps is mimicking what you'd be doing with a lot of weight or heavier weight. So let's go over here to the dip bar and close it up. Let's get it going. We'll finish it up over here. Hopefully you're able to see. I think you can. Bam, bam. We can get a little closer maybe. Like that. All right, we'll do a set. What I like about these dip bars over here is they're not just straight parallel, exactly the same distance from each other on each side. No, back here you got more wide, then up close you have it more narrow. We want to find the proper balance. So not too wide, not too narrow, somewhere in the middle. So I like to walk up to it sometimes. Just feel right about here, lock in. Now we're already beating these push-ups, but we'll do what you can. If you can't do dips, it's okay. You'll work your strength up to that. Or the next time around, your next chest day, you start your exercise because typically dips are the hardest. You're dipping your entire body weight. So this is considered the upper body squat, okay? So that being said, you might want to start your chest day with dips instead of push-ups. But however you want to do it, you do it. You'll find your way. I got one more. One more rep. When I'm fresh on chest strength, I could do 20. I could do more than that. One more set, and we'll close it out. That'll be our chest day. Notice, I try to not look down, not look all the way up, find that balance in the center. Wow, when you're up here, imagine your chest going forward and up as much as possible without causing strain. Okay, and then you dip down from here. Trying to keep them elbows tucked, not flared out, but tucked. Like this, or straight down. Do a little break. Ooh, felt that pop. Use your hand to pull it bar. Decompress the back, decompress the spine. Tomorrow we got back, so a lot of pull-ups, a whole lot of pull-ups. Pull-ups and skull crushers using body weight. You'll see tomorrow. Daily training live. Let's get to it. Even though they start contracts. And that's it. This is Daily Training Live. Signing out. Peace and blessings. Keep it pushing, keep it going. Never stop. Always on the watch. See y'all later.